everybody, so today I'm going to do my everyday foundation routine and what I wear on my cheeks every day. And I've been getting a lot of questions, a lot of like not even requests to do this video, but a lot of questions about what are you wearing on your cheeks, like, you know, what foundation do you use, all these kind of questions. So I just figured I would just do a routine for you, show you exactly what I do. I actually do have another video on my eye makeup, on my everyday like eye and lip makeup, so if you want to check that out, I'll link that below if it's even up yet. Once it's up, it might not be up till like a few days after. So if you guys are interested, there's music on right now, so I'm really sorry if that's annoying you, but my mom is listening to music upstairs. So this obviously doesn't take me this long, as I'm going to be showing you in the video every time, because I'm stopping to explain to you and help you understand what I do for each step. So obviously it doesn't take me as long on a day-to-day basis. I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to be wearing any makeup when you first start watching this, so be warned. Please don't make any mean comments, because mean comments are just not nice. You wouldn't normally go up to a regular person on the street and just, you know, be rude to them. So why would you do it on the internet? That's basically what I feel like. And so yeah, it takes a lot for me to go on camera without makeup on, because I really don't like my skin. And you might not be able to tell in the video that I have like really bad hyperpigmentation basically all over my face, but I do. I have really acne scarring a lot on my chin, especially, and then I have freckles, and then I have redness on my forehead. So all in all, I don't really have very nice skin at all. The camera actually does soften a lot on my skin, so you might think my skin is a lot better than what it actually is, but it's not. So if you guys are interested in seeing this video on my everyday foundation routine, then please keep watching. So obviously I'm not wearing any makeup right now at all, so don't mind me. But the first thing I do is I usually put eye drops in my eyes, and this is Visine For Red Eye. It's just the original kind. And I just always like to start with some, because my eyes tend to get red every once in a while, so especially in the morning. I just do one drop in each eye unless my eyes are like really red. And then the next thing I do is I take Marcelle Sheer Tint Fluid Moisturizer in Cream Beige. And I use this as my everyday moisturizer. It actually has SPF 15 in it, which I really like. And it's really good if you don't want to wear makeup every day, but you want just a coverage, light coverage. So I just put this on with my hands. So I just put it on all over my skin to try to even out my skin tone before I put any foundation on, and to moisturize my skin first. And I really like this because it's hypoallergenic, so it shouldn't cause breakouts. It hasn't caused me to have any breakouts anyway, so I like that. So then I don't usually, maybe let it soak in for a couple seconds, but other than that, not really. And the brush I use to put on my foundation is this brush right here. It's a Sigma Flat Top Synthetic Kabuki F80. Looks like this. I used to use the MAC 109, which I really did like, but it sheds a lot, and I don't know, I don't like normal foundation brushes. I find them really streaky, but I started using this brush. I actually was using this brush to put my foundation on, but I was like, I didn't really like it, but then I switched to this one, and I really like it much better. This one, I think it made it look more cakey, and it made it feel like there was more product on my face, where this one, it's really nice to blend out and everything like that. So what I do is I actually take two foundations, which is the Revlon Colorstay. They're both Revlon Colorstay, and I like the 180 Sand Beige and 150 Buff, and I usually will mix them together. I am a little bit darker than I normally am today, so what I do is I'll take like a Q-tip, and then I'll put a little bit of foundation on my hand. I'm not going to put too much of the lighter shade, which is the Buff, because I am a little bit darker than I normally am. I used to use just Buff, but I found like it was really frustrating me because I didn't like how it made my skin look. It made my skin look really light, and I do have fair skin on a regular basis, but it just made it look much too light than my skin tone, which is really weird because thought I always had like probably like the lightest skin tone, and the reason I like buff is because it has like an olivey undertone, or like more beige instead of pink, and I like that for my skin. So anyways, I just take a Q-tip and then I mix them together. So instead of wasting this, I'll just put this on my face like this. Try to get all the stuff off of it. And then I'll take my brush and I'll just blend that in all over my skin. I go over my lips too because my lips are pretty pigmented. So under my eyes, I have a lot of discoloration because of acne scarring, especially around this area here, and I have like pitting and stuff, so I like to try to put as much coverage as possible on without having to use too much concealer, because I find like concealer like slides around. Oh, this foundation is actually really good for oily skin. That's why I like it. I've actually tried other foundations that tend to like slip around more after a while, where this one stays on pretty well. So I just basically buff that into my neck and into my face until it's all blended in. I like this brush because it doesn't leave like streaks on your face. You could like pat it in like this. And I think that the moisturizer that I put underneath kind of gives me like a little bit of a shiny look, which I like. Did I say moisturizer? Yeah, the Tinted moisturizer. So once I have that done, I don't always wear concealer, but if I'm going to wear concealer, this is the kind I like, is the Conceal Camouflage Conceal Effects by Cover Effects. It is just in light, and the weird thing about this is it looks dark, but when you blend it, like, I don't know if you could tell, but when you blend it, when you put it on first, when you it looks really dark, but when you blend it, it turns lighter. It's weird. So I just put that. I'll put a little bit under my eyes. I just put a little bit on and around my nose, and then any little spots that I want a little bit extra coverage. But on a day-to-day basis, I don't tend to wear concealer that much. Sometimes I do because I want extra coverage, but when it comes to like the rest of my face, like my little acne scarring that I have here, I don't tend to go overboard. I don't really care too much. I know that everybody doesn't have flawless skin, so I don't worry too much about it. Like, I'm not gonna like go around and cover every single spot unless it's like a occasion I'm going to. The powder I really like using right now is the Loose Powder and Translucent Fair 105 by Covergirl, and it's really dirty right now, and it's kind of messy. So what I do is I'll just take a brush, depending on what I feel like. I'll take, like I have this bronzer brush, this one's by Quo, and I'll just dip it in really lightly, like that, and I'll kind of tap off the excess into my lid, so that way not too much. And then I'll just pat it on my center of my face, basically. Pat it in first. And then I'll kind of just rub it in like that. So I don't put too much powder on because I don't want to look like really, really powdery. And I really like this because it doesn't make you look like powdery or cakey or anything like that. And then after that, I like to take my MAC 109 brush, and so I still use my MAC brush, my 109 brush, but I only use it for, I was gonna say low lighting, contouring. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I only use it for contouring. So I just take a little bit. This is a Gosh 02 Natural Glow Bronzing Powder, and I'll just take a little bit and I'll put it under my cheekbones. And I'll really blend it out. And then I'll go over it with my hand, make sure everything is not so noticeable, and then I'll just do the same thing for the other side. Then I take my Dainty blush, mineralized blush by MAC. I use this one on a day-to-day basis. This is the only one I basically use. And then I just take a little bit on my brush, and then I'll just use the same 109 brush to apply it to my cheeks, and I'll start from like right here and take it outwards and kind of blend it with my bronzer, my contour. give it more of a natural appearance. And then what I'll also do too is sometimes I'll take, not all the time, but sometimes I'll take the bronzer and I'll bring it down the sides of my nose because I have a little bit of a wider nose. So I kind of squeeze my nose like weird like this, and then I'll just put it right at the sides just to make my nose seem a little bit slimmer. And then I'll kind of just go like this back and forth. I like to take, I don't do this every day, but I noticed in a lot of my videos when people are like, oh my god, what do you have on your cheeks? This is what I was using. So this is the Lancaster Natural Sunlight palette, and I really love these. I have this, it's in like, there's like 5 different colors in it, and it's really shimmery, but it looks like really, I don't know, it looks really like a natural glow. It's not like big glitters in it, you know. I really like that for highlight. I also have this bronzer like that too, which these are kind of expensive, but I bought them one day. I was looking at them for like 6 months, and I finally just bought them because I love them so much. So what I do is I'll just take a brush like this, which this is my Sigma SS187. I don't know if these are like old numbers or whatever. And I'll just like kind of take a little bit on my brush, tap off a little bit of the excess, and I'll just kind of work it in over top of my cheek area right here. And this gives me a little bit of a glow on my cheeks. I'm going to do the other side too. So this is what I was using when people are like, what are on your cheeks? What's on your cheeks? You know, this is mainly what I use, is this stuff. I think that makes people more attracted to the look of my skin on videos anyways. So see how it just gives that glow? Like it gives like a really pretty like glow. And I'll kind of just tuck the excess around my face. So anywhere the light hits, it's gonna attract it more. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my everyday makeup routine. So I hope you liked this video. I hope you found it informative and helpful, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye!